Okay, today I'm going to tie a fly that should be in everyone's box. It's an oldie, but it's a goodie. It's called the spratley. I'm using a number 8 2X nymph hook. The original pattern calls for guinea on the tail and the beard. So we're going to use guinea. Now, this fly represents a minnow pattern. It can be altered to even represent nymph patterns. We're going to tie it as a minnow pattern. I'm going to be using black mohair for the body, and I'm going to go with a gold braided rib. Alright, I'm using a black thread. I'll run my thread to the rear and we'll start with the tail. It's an easy fly to tie, as you're going to see. I'm going to take a fairly good clump of fibers from the feather for the tail. Going to use some of the feather for a body, like so. Now I'm going to tie in my rib. For the rib, I'm using a gold French braid. You can use silver as well for this particular fly. Keep in mind that I'm tying it in black, but it can also be tied in red, green, various combinations because of the different color of small fish in the lakes. Now I'm going to tie in my mohair. You could use wool. I've seen different materials used. You could dub it. You could even use a dubbing brush. Now, I'm going to give it a little bit of an oval shape. Let's secure that on the spring here. There we go. Okay, I'm going to run this up like so, and then I'm going to run it back. That takes care of the body. All right. Now we're going to give it the rib. Try to make sure that your ribbing is an even segmentation. Cut off your excess. I'm going to back my thread up a little bit. Take off some of the mohair on the top. You see that mohair has a nice sheen and color to it. Now, the original called for guinea and the beard, but I'm going to use, this is my preference, it's a center feather. It makes for, I like the color. Pheasant always makes nice wing material as well, and that's what this fly calls for. Cut off the excess. Now we're going to do the wing. Same feather. Give yourself quite a bit on this. Now, build the head, and what we're going to use for the head, I've got 3 strands here, 4 strands, peacock herl. I like to use the tips because it has a better color. Now, here's what I do. I give myself 3 or 4 turns on my thread. That adds strength to the material. Cut off the excess without cutting your thread. We've all done that. Okay. Going to give myself a good whip finish on it. What I generally do now, if you take your fly, take it out of there, and roll it in between your thumb and index finger. What that does is gets the wing down a little bit. Now, by pinching with your thumbnail on the underside of the wing, you can curl it down like so. That's the finished product. I always use a Loctite for the head cement. I find it holds better, doesn't come apart in the water. This is a must to have in your box, and don't forget to tie that in olive green, red, brown. Pick your colors, have that ready in the box, and it's a good searcher pattern.